Hey, this is Alexis. This week I wanted to talk about Rhône Valley wines, but not the reds. I wanted to talk about the white wines, especially the ones that are produced in the Northern Rhône, in the north part of the Rhône Valley. So why? Because you might have seen me this week sharing a few pictures on social media about a delicious white I had. There was a Saint-Péret white, which is a very small appellation producing only white wines in the Northern Rhône. Okay? So first, before talking about this wine, let me give you a picture about this environment in the Northern Rhône. Okay? So if you visit Northern Rhône, you will see that it's a very narrow valley with very steep slopes. Okay? And you can see the vineyards on these steep slopes, especially and mostly on the western part, okay, and close to the Rhône River. Here, the soil, the underground, is mostly granitic, okay? That's the characteristic of the soils, granites. And the climate is is quite continental, so very warm during summertime, and is also impacted with a strong wind, the Mistral, okay? The Mistral blows from the Northern Rhône to the Southern Rhône, not all the year, but very often in this part of France. So in this environment, the winemakers, the wineries for the whites, they grow 3 grape varieties. They grow the viognier, the roussanne and the marsanne. So let's talk first about the viognier grape variety. I really think viognier, for me, that's the most interesting grape, producing the most interesting wines in this part of the Rhône, for the whites, of course. So the resulting wines with the viognier are dry, full-bodied and very rich, quite aromatic with a lot of fruity flavors, and you have this typical apricot flavors. Okay, so if you do a blind tasting one day, you have a white, full-bodied, very rich with this apricot flavors. Think about the Viognier grape variety, and that's maybe Condrieu. So Condrieu, that's the famous spot, the famous appellation producing the best Viognier wines. Very small appellation with a huge demand. So if you can find and test a Condrieu, I really recommend you do it, okay? But Viognier, that's not the only grape variety. There are also the roussanne and the marsanne grape varieties. So roussanne and marsanne, they work a lot together and they are often blended together. Roussanne brings acidity and crisp fruity flavors to the wines. The marsanne brings body and alcohol, okay? So at the end, you get a wine which is same, rich, full-bodied, intense, less aromatic than the Viognier, but with a lot of spices, okay? There are a few appellations, vineyards producing great blends of roussanne and marsanne in the Northern Rhône. That's Saint-Joseph, that's the Hermitage, very famous and very small vineyard, Hermitage, very expensive. Crozes Hermitage as well, and also this very small appellation, the Saint-Péret, producing only whites, okay? So what are the best pairings for those wines? If you had to cook something or to choose a dish at the restaurant, I would recommend that you go for rich and tasty dishes that can be fishes or white meats like poultry. You need something tasty because those wines, Viognier, roussanne and marsanne, they really have, they are full-bodied, they are very rich, and you really need to balance all these body and flavors intensity, okay? This week, when I enjoyed this Saint-Péret, I cooked some fish fillet in a coconut milk with some spices. That was delicious and it worked quite well. Okay, so enjoy those Northern Rhône white wines if you can find some, and see you soon on another video.